What is going on, traders? That bell just rang and the market is starting to heat up a little bit, actually. At least DraftKings is. Going over to the SPY itself, we're starting to see it bounce up off of this key trend line. I'm really keeping an eye on the trend line right here. This is a big level to watch here at market opening. You can see the bounce here right off that cyan blue trend. It's been holding this trend for a few days now, back to the upside. It's almost looking like it could be forming like a, I guess you could say, a wedge or a pennant or something along those lines, and even a bull flag. If you zoom out far enough, almost kind of seems like a bull flag. But either way, we'll be watching these levels very closely. To the upside today, is there potential? Yes, there is. If it keeps bouncing off of this and moving up, I think above like 488.15, you could start to go long up to like 488.50, 488.72. I don't think it'll be a big move or a big percentage play, but I think that could bring you some opportunity today if that happens. Now, obviously, but the big thing that we need to watch out for is if this trend line starts to give out and if these key supports also start to give. More specifically, like 486.80, 485. Those are going to be some big levels to keep an eye on this week. Now, 485 is pretty low. If we got down to there today, that would be a good move down. So really watch for this trend to break. That's really what I'm watching for. If we could see that, then I think that more good momentum will come in. This morning, we actually saw SoFi report earnings. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to that at all, but it's actually doing fairly well. Up to $9, and it's up 19, almost 20, pretty much 20% at the moment. So seeing some good momentum out of SoFi with their earnings, that's good. Although SoFi is not a market-moving stock, it's just a growth stock that I actually kind of like for the long term, but it's a crazy one. It's a crazy one. It's one of those buy it and forget it's, or I would say just add a little bit in here and there. I'll have to do more research on their actual numbers on the dashboard later on today. Actually, might as well just do a quick overview here. Okay, I mean, they're growing revenue. That's good. Okay. I mean, they're not too bad. Not too bad. The only problem is the profit margin, the PE ratio. They're just in that growth stock phase. They're kind of stuck. But at least they're growing their revenue. That's pretty solid to see, at least. Very interesting SoFi. Obviously, with these growth stocks, guys, why do you invest in them? For their future performance, not their performance now. That's usually why people are betting on growth stocks. They're looking at that future performance. Although the performance now definitely matters too. They need to continue seeing more growth. More growth for SoFi. All right, what's up, guys? Sean, Jamie, will you eat potato? What a name. Some of the names out here get me. Jason, Arthur, Justin, Veery, Christian, Ant, Patrick Miller, Xbox, and Oscar. Appreciate you guys as always. Let's smash the like button, Oscar said. I know, right, Oscar? Smash it up, guys. Smash it up. In the Discord, Mike said PDD was having some potential. Oh, wow. Wow. Starting to fall off in a crazy way. Whoa, look at PDD today. How's Baba? What is going on with the China stocks? Damn, they are getting hit hard right now. Oh my gosh. That is a rip-a-rooney for China stocks right there. That is quite the sell-off by PDD. What is going on? Some China news? Evergrande? Yeah, it's got to be the Evergrande news. I saw it a little bit this weekend with the Evergrande news. I think it was last night, but I didn't look into that too closely. That's got to be what's going on. It's got to be. Ooh. Amazon terminates the iRobot deal, and iRobot started tanking. Look at that. Still tanking down to 14. 60 here. You know, I used to love iRobot. I used to believe that this could be a great company for the future. I was into them a lot back in the day with a lot of shares whenever I would say like 2018, 19, somewhere around there. Glad I got out when I did. Glad I got out. IRBT, iRobot. Pretty insane company. They make the Roomba. They make a few things like that. There's actually a movie called iRobot where they have like robots that clean your house. Actually, it's Will Smith. You guys should check it out sometime. It's pretty cool. Goes over AI and robots and stuff. Yeah, Jason, Evergrande's got to be bringing it all down. That's got to be what's going on. Got to. I'm not a huge China stock person. Like, I don't follow them 100% or super closely, but that's definitely what I'm seeing here. It says Alibaba and Tencent are actually expanding in China, so yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, guess who's doing good today, guys? DraftKings up 3.77%, up to $40. Starting to really get that great movement coming in. Look at that daily chart of DraftKings. Wow. Go DraftKings. That is one hell of a move up to 40. Hell yeah. Gotta love that. Come on, get above resistance, DraftKings. You already broke it. Just keep going. Must be doing good with the NFL news. There must be some good NFL news coming out. Man, why is my Thinkorswim lagging? What the? Usually don't lag like that. Wow. Being really laggy. Normally never does that. Tencent has their hands in everything for real, Xbox. Chiefs versus 49ers 2.0. What do you guys think? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I'm curious. When is the Super Bowl, actually? Oh, it's in 2 weeks or something. Never mind. So do they get 1 week off and then... How many weeks is there before the Super Bowl? Let's see. It says Sunday, February 11th. Oh, okay. Yep, so 2 weeks away. That's what I figured. Taylor will win the bowl. Taylor Swift. It took me like two to 3 seconds to figure out what that meant, Beery. That's funny. I was like, who the hell's Taylor? Chiefs are the new Patriots from what I've heard. Xbox, for real, man. That's what I keep saying. That's exactly what I keep saying. They are the new Patriots, man. They really are. They are. They can get it done. Kathy, how do you think AMD will do before earnings today? I think they could go well. Look at Tesla in the bottom left of your screen. That chart's starting to pop off there. Come on, Tessie. Let's switch over to Tesla real quick. Starting to break that range from last week. That's awesome. That's awesome. DraftKings consolidating slightly. I know Disney's having a good day as well. Up to 95 today. Disney's starting to come back alive. That's awesome to see. Good job, Disney. Music is on the loud side. For sure, for sure. Thank you, Xbox. Appreciate you saying that. All right, though. Disney having a great day overall. Loving that movement out of them. They broke that little range from last week. Got above that high of last week as well, which happened like right as the market opened Tuesday. A lot of good movement out of the stocks we hold for the long term, so that is great. The more the merrier, I'd say. The more the merrier. How's PLNH today? Nice. It's 79 cents. Exactly where I want it. Exactly where I want it. Thank God. I'll tell you what, this Charles Schwab shit has been annoying. I feel like every time I do something, I'm like, man, it's not the same as it was. Every time. And that's okay. Not always going to be. All right, here we go. Added more to Planet 13. Glad it dipped back down a little bit. Ah, there we go. That's funny. Now it works. Planet 13. What a move here. 60 cents. Good bounce. It's kind of right around resistance, but you just have to keep our eyes on this. It's going to be a play that you need to be buying up a few different times as it drops, and then get in whenever the MJ stocks start to really roar back. Palantir, 2%. And by the way, anything like Tilray, Planet 13, MSOS, that stuff is all long-term holds, guys. Short-term, you can maybe try to trade some quick trades on them here and there, but for the most part, these are going to be buys for the long term. And they are up a little bit right now, so be a little bit aware if you are looking to buy these that they are slightly high at the moment, but let's go. Maybe we'll see some good news come out during the elections with MJ. Like maybe one candidate will say that they will legalize it or something. I don't know. Or be okay with it. No idea. Oscar says, I tried to warn you about Schwab. Yeah, that is so stupid, Oscar. I also agree. I could see that. Apple puts fired, Sean said. AAPL. It's starting to break down pretty well here. Got down to our support around 191. Let's see a 190 touch. We are really starting to see some of these chip stocks sell off here. And it's very, very negative for the stock market overall. But SPY itself is still moving up. It's holding strong because, you know, even though Apple, Microsoft, a couple others are turning over, we are seeing some decent movement out of everything whenever you look at it as a whole out there. This week, Square having a great move up at open, breaking 65.60, having a great run. Love to see that. Look at 66.41 right now, going on a great continuation. That is fantastic by them. META having a good day too, breaking that 396 level from last week. Good to see them breaking up and out of the channel. And these are the stocks that are holding up the market. Tesla even had a great move at open. I'm not saying it was fantastic, but it was, we'll just say good, not great. Good move, but Nvidia's trying to hold up too. Like a lot of these stocks are going green, but yeah, Apple is very interesting here, down to 191. I feel like people are thinking negatively towards Apple's earnings. And could you know, say anything less? Could you say anything less? No. No, you can't. Because they've had so many issues lately. And that's why you can't say anything. Because there's been so many problems with the iPhone sales. China issues. This, that, and the next thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys. Can Apple have any more negative news right now? The only thing more negative would be if they say no one's buying their $3,500 headsets. And I doubt anyone really is. I doubt it. I'm not. I like the headset. But I don't know. Not worth it for me. I like the headset. I think a lot of people will pay it, but I don't know. I'm good with just computer games or something. I'm cool. I got a 4K monitor. I don't need much more. I love the keyboard and the mouse. I don't know what I would do with the VR. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. This is separate from our normal nightly YouTube channel. So if you are new here, smash up that subscribe button. It is separate, like I said. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I go live. I always get the notification on my phone every single morning. Yeah, I just clicked on it. Appreciate you guys, though, joining up today. Next week, before the Super Bowl, we'll have to do a poll to see what you guys are looking at with that. For this week, we have a few huge events going on. So Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting coming up. That is going to be huge on Wednesday. Be ready at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be when the decision comes out, and then Big Daddy Powell will be speaking 30 minutes after that. I feel like it's going to be tough on this one because the inflation rate has been starting to run up a little bit. As we can see here, the last reading was 3.4. The reading before that was 3.1. So it went up by 0.3%. And that's pretty big whenever you're talking about inflation. If it pops up again on the next reading, that will be extremely negative. So hopefully that's not the case, but it could be. And looking at the overall market right now, considering we're at all-time highs, if that inflation number keeps popping up, that might push the Feds to actually go more towards cutting rates later. So that's going to be a big deal for a lot of people. Are they going to cut rates in March? Are they going to cut in May or June? When are they going to start? You know, that's the big question. These percentages always change. So whatever's priced in right now will change. It went from being in like July to June to May. And then hell, even March was priced in for a little while. So we'll see. March is actually like 50-50 right now. Very, very close. The events this week will probably sway what we think with March. So that's going to be my big thing I watch this week. What's the market looking at? Are we going to see those cuts or are we not? That's going to be the big thing for me. Feel a lot better today compared to Friday. So appreciate that with you guys. Thanks for sticking with me after last week. Had to end the stream a little early. Appreciate that. My kid was sick too. I was like, oh, great. I tried to warn you about Schwab. Yeah, I hate that, Oscar. 190 broke on the Apple, Sean said. Wow, it really did. It did for a second anyways. Okay, 189.80 right now. Not bad. This thing is like straight down today. Oh my gosh. That is pretty rough with Apple right here. Under 189. I mean, that is, or down into the 189s. That is nuts. That is pretty insane. 192 support gave out in pre-market today, and right it open, it just said, see you later. Seriously, that is one bad drop. Damn. Very negative by Apple. I would say this, it's a pretty, oh wow, it's already coming back. Pretty big drop, but it got pretty low all at one time. Interesting move. Palantir itself, 1660. Okay. All right, Palantir, I see you. And I'll raise you a DraftKings. Same thing. They both pulled back. Square is still holding at the high of day. For now, since everything else is pulling back, it might start to pull back a little too. Wouldn't be surprised intraday if it did. Boeing. Yeah, definitely starting to pull back here. I was watching them in pre-market. They were doing pretty good. 204.50. Come on. Let's bring the 4 chart setup back. Got Tesla on the bottom left, SPY on the top left. Nvidia on the top right. And DraftKings on the bottom right. Yeah, I love it though. We're looking solid. Love the 4 chart setup here. Glad I set this back up last week. Tesla's actually starting to break little support here around 184.50. Uh-oh, watch out for Tesla. It might start to follow Apple back down. Definitely just broke below this low of day in the pre-market low. Watch for those sellers to come in. Trying to fill the little gap it had. No Xbox, that will not be this week. I think it'll be the next week after this week. As long as there's no hiccups. You know, there can always be a hiccup here or there that could actually affect things. So as long as there's no hiccups, we'll be all good on that front, Xbox. Those updates will be coming next week or in the next couple weeks. Pending the hiccups. Sometimes, guys, you know, you might encounter a situation with coding or something. It could take a few days to fix for just one little thing. You know, you might have to go back and fix 300 other things to fix that one thing, you know. It's kind of, it can be very monotonous, you know. Very, very monotonous. Microsoft looks like good. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing pretty good today. Microsoft up to 409. Starting to break above the high of last week. That's good to see. Is Amazon? No. What about Google? It's trying. It's trying. Yeah, Microsoft looks pretty hot. Got to give it that. Ran up to 409. Got to look at that SM bot here. The body bot. Microsoft calls on the bot. I don't think I would have an entry right here, but bot is calling it. Also, Boeing puts and Baba puts. Baba seems like it might be able to continue. It's tough, though, because that's already a fairly good move for Baba overall. Microsoft could actually be a fun dip buy, I think, as long as we get in on a good support. Because I would think they could break out a little bit more today. They're going to have a good break. It's been kind of running up pretty good day by day by day here. A lot of these days have pretty good moves mixed in. Look at Palantir on the daily chart, starting to get close to a key trend line, and we're starting to see some green momentum here and some movement back. Palantir might be a solid play today. Kind of double topped around the 1675 area. If it could break 1680, that could be a fun move. Starting to move up. Some solid momentum. Love to see it. Square on the SM bot still. Let's go. 6671. Square was awesome. I actually called this out on last night's video, I believe. One of my favorite growth stocks to watch over the past few weeks, and I definitely called it out as for a bounce off that 62 support. We've been holding that very well, nice lately. Looking for a continuation up this week, and we're getting it. 6683. Great movement with Square. Don't forget to watch those nightly videos towards the ends, guys. We always go over 4 awesome setups for the next day. A lot of those setups are actually pretty fire. Jason said, how about a watch list? Yeah, why not? Why not? Sorry, guys, that was Planet 13 triggering some more shares. Don't freak too bad about that. How about a watch list? Let's bring it up. Lucid, 9% on the day. Plug Power. I don't know what is going on with these EV stocks or charging stocks. They are on fire lately. Like Plug Power today, up 5% again. And then literally Lucid is right there. I'll bet you Blink Charging is up there too. It's starting to move a little. Today's like the growth stock dream. Literally like a growth stock dream today here. So many great movers. 66.87, almost a 67. Huge on Square. Huge right there. Here is the earnings calendar for the week. If you guys want to screenshot this or something, feel free. I'll scroll down so you guys can see everything on the list. There is a couple getting cut off, but you guys won't really mind that. It's like Granger and Meritage Homes and stuff. The main stuff is those middle to upper levels. You can see like MasterCard, Aflac, Phillips 66, Peloton. Peloton's going to report this week. Royal Caribbean, Meta, Amazon, Apple. I mean, we're talking insane companies. Google, AMD, Microsoft. Can it get any bigger? I don't think so. I literally don't think it can. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's even possible to get much bigger than this. The only way it could get bigger than this is like if you threw Tesla in here. That's like literally the only other way. Or Nvidia. That's nuts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Mag 7 are in there this week. 5 of the Mag 7 stocks. If you count Meta as a Mag 7. Which I think most people do. Some people have been trying to take it out, or they did take it out maybe. Some people said it's not anymore whenever it was low. Now that it's back up to 400, everyone's going to be like, yeah. All-time highs on the Meta, though. Almost a $400, guys. $400 on Meta. That is insane. It's literally bouncing very close to there this morning. $399.75. Be aware of that. That is going to be a major area of resistance. Sean has the earnings calendar as his desktop. No way. Ant's asking about Square levels. Yeah, so Square's running up right now. Right now, I see minor resistance literally at 67. The more major level is 67.50, though. That's going to be a more significant resistance in my eyes. It's where we've seen more solid bounces. But 67 to 67.50, pretty solid resistance. It had one hell of a breakout today above that pre-market high and the high of Friday. So it had a great breakout move. I talked about it in last night's video. It was going to be hard to get into this unless you entered low. I don't think I would enter up here around 67. It's just too high at the moment. Overall, though, I love the play. The setup was great heading into today. You just had to have it eyed up and open. Or have an alert set. I always love to set alerts from the nightly vids. I do it sometimes when I love the play. When I especially love the plays. All right, Body, what else do you got for us? Coinbase here doing very well. Uber calls also on the bot. Coinbase seems like it's starting to heat up. Is the Bitcoin stocks moving? Is Bitcoin moving? It must be. BTC USD. No, not really. Bitcoin itself is really not moving much at all. So Like IBIT and the Bitcoin ETFs are flat. HODL was a funny one. I was hoping that HODL would start to get some more volume. Dang, HODL. The Van Eck one. Too bad. Not as popular as like IBIT, and that's okay. That is totally okay. We'll stick where the volume is with IBIT and the others. Mark said it's hard to beat the Wall Street bots. As soon as market open, everything has already moved a good bit. I mean, kind of, Mark. Not totally. I mean, if you watch it and you're just staring at a chart, like, minute by minute, like, look at this. Like, there were definitely, like, a ton of times for, you know, entry to, you know, tons of time for you to enter on a little break of that Friday high there with Square. I mean, you know, those bots didn't just, like, make a gap up or anything crazy. It wasn't too bad, actually. I think it just comes down to timing, you know, and skill. I think that really is what it comes down to. You're right, it's hard to beat the bots, but I mean, it also comes down to timing and skill, too. It really does. Boeing starting to fall down to support. Watch 204, 203, 75. Big areas down here. Big areas. Gonna be able to watch this for like a potential breakdown of that spot. Honestly, it's probably gonna be better to watch it for a bit of a support bounce, but eye it up. Maybe formulate a good plan for if it does bounce off that support and you start to see a solid move back. Maybe a little intraday recovery play might not be bad. The reason why I like that is you can keep your stop loss extremely tight, but you're gonna have to enter right as it starts to hit that support. So you're gonna have to time that up very carefully there and trust the support. But sometimes it can be hard to trust the support when the stock's falling like this. At least with trusting support, you can usually keep your stops super tight, like I said. So you could maybe like literally have like on some options, like a 2% stop to 5% stop. That'll make your risk reward ratio just insanely high. But you have to time it up good. What do you think about selling some $9 SoFi calls for next week? Do you have SoFi shares, Oscar? Because to me, that sounds nuts right now, Oscar. If you do that naked. I mean, that sounds nuts naked. With earnings going well and everything. Started to kind of bounce off a little trend on the daily chart. Man, that seems nuts, Oscar. Selling the 9 strike, I would say no. Definitely not. If you held shares, I could see maybe selling like the 10 or the 1050 or the 11. Maybe that. I could see something up there with that. 10 to 11, but man, not 9. That could end up getting nasty. The earnings are going well. If it has a good continuation up into like that $10, $10.50 range, ooh, those could get hit hard. Oh, good. He has shares. So if you have shares, then I think you could do that, Oscar, with a couple hundred of your shares at 9. I don't think I would necessarily do it at 9, like I said, but you could. It'll collect a ton of premium. Like I said, 10 to 11 would be safer if you wanted to retain your shares, but let's say you own this at like $7. Maybe you want to sell some 9 strikes. I mean, that might not be bad with a couple hundred of the shares. Let me go look at how much those are worth right now. Let's say February 2nd or 9th. Let's say February 9th, like next week. The 9 strike. The calls are $70 a contract. Yeah, not a bad play here. It's at $9.30. That's not bad, actually. That is not bad. It's good numbers there. I like the numbers. Yeah, if you're looking to take some profits, might not be bad. I would say selling those would be a good way to do it. All right, got to bring up the 4 chart setup. Got to bring it back. SPY, NVIDIA, DraftKings, Tesla, all kind of dipping at once. Tesla's starting to have some green come in with the SPY slightly on the past few candles. DraftKings is really consolidating hard here at 40. I actually like that consolidation setup. I love that. Hopefully it breaks 40 bucks tomorrow. Starts to run. Remember, we have the Super Bowl and everything like that going on. It might be their most profitable Super Bowl ever. I would say it probably will be. The problem is that they're sitting at major resistance. I mean, major resistance on the chart, where there's been huge bounces in the past. So I love DraftKings to death, but in the short term, until it breaks that $40 level, I will not be going long this one. Make it really break like 40 to 40.50. It's got to break there, or else there's no point. There's no point in playing it up yet, in my eyes, because it's just going to reject and chop until that breaks. Got to look at this little trend on AMD here. Let me help someone in Discord really quick. Sorry about that, guys.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you feel. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join with America in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world. And as you talk to us from the sea of tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace for one priceless moment.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this, you know, looking at AMD calls off support today. If you would have entered really quick on said support, like 175 or 174.50, if you entered like right on the low, I think it could be a fun play back up, but you have to be super good with the timing to get an entry like that. I'm honestly looking more bearish on AMD today. Like, it's popping back up a little bit now, but I feel like as the day goes, it could get some more bearishness coming in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that with the trend right here. That trend line's pretty scary. Holland here trying to break 1680. Oscar said PLTR. Definitely getting a decent pop back to the upside today. I like that 1680 area. I like 17. I mean, there's a few spots there that I've had marked for a little while. I do like 1680 to 17, though. A lot of hits there over the past couple weeks. Pretty big resistance. I don't think I would try to trade it up too much at this point. I like the break on the high of day, but it's just getting a little high at the moment. All right, lots of stocks on the watch list now. Mara starting to really explode to the upside. Coinbase as well. Those stocks that move with Bitcoin are really moving. And BTC itself is only barely coming up. I guess it's been good since open today, so that's, I guess, the positive. But all weekend, it seemed like it was slightly lower, so I don't know. But yeah, Mara popping back off. Even Intel is on the list now with some puts, which is pretty insane to say. Intel selling off. Apple recovering after that brutal sell-off today. They're coming back. Coming back a little bit. We'll have to watch these resistances. You gotta watch these resistances very, very closely. I'm gonna have to draw a little resistance on AMD here because makes that like wedge or pennant even look better. Pretty insane. You move like that. I had to grab a drink of water. Throat's getting dry. Getting to be that time of the day, isn't it? Yeah, Oscar said that's what I was thinking too. For sure, Oscar. For sure. You know what else is for sure? Is that you guys need to smash that like button. Let's go. Come on.
All right, all right, all right.
Matthew's going to be pissed. I felt bad for Friday. So glad I feel better. This weekend, I tried to smoke some ribs. I don't think it went well. I have a feeling I even ate some raw ribs. They were on there for like 7 hours at like 200 to 250. I was keeping it between there depending on the, coals at the time. Kept trying to keep it right between there, like 225-ish. Did it for like 5 hours and then just kept them out there trying to get them to be nice. And man, I'm pretty sure that I ended up eating like a couple bites of raw ribs at one point. But from bong rips to ribs. Come on, Xbox. Come on, man. I know, right?
Come on, man.
Perfect. We got the perfect button for that, don't we? What's this ABC News with Amazon has called off its proposed acquisition of iRobot. Oh, yeah, that's right. We looked at that earlier. iRobot had a big drop this morning. IRBT, huge drop. I saw Amazon and I was like, ooh, what kind of news are they doing? Amazon always has some interesting news, it seems like. At least fairly often. Pretty cool. Amazon has been getting into so much. They got the grocery stuff. They got medicine. Did you guys hear that Amazon was trying to sell cars? I think you can actually buy one on there now if you wanted to. It's pretty insane. Pretty insane to say. We need those MJ stocks to start to come back a little bit. It'd be nice to see, at least over the next, like, 6 months to a year, these stocks start to truly get back to their good form. That's what I want to see. Some movement back to that true good form. Oh no. Not Boeing. Starting to bounce up off support a little bit. Remember how I told you guys earlier to eye up that support? Could have been a little dip buy opportunity right on that level if you timed it up well. It got really, really close. It might not have gotten to the exact spot I would have loved it to, though. I would have preferred like 203.80. Ended up bouncing right around 204. Little dip buy opportunity there. See, now on a dip buy like that, you'd already really be looking to take profits. That's what I would be doing. Already looking to take profits. The problem is you have to stare at that one stock, obviously, and, you know, have it plotted and be really analyzing it in the moment. UPST starting to break its little pre-market high here, right around 33 even. Getting up to 33.46. Good moves by these growth stocks, and UPST is no exception. Let's get the 4 chart setup and the watch list going. Nvidia on the top right chart starting to move. SPY itself getting back green. We'll do that this Friday, Mason. We'll do that this Friday. If we get it to that Friday, we'll do it. We will do it. 100 likes on Friday, and I'll shave my head down. All right, so with SPY, I'm really watching this trend line. I talked about it a little bit earlier. There's been a lot of hits right off of the trend. And again today, SPY got pretty close to it, started moving back up. We have to watch this major resistance up here. If it starts like going sideways into the side of this trend, we got to be careful in case it breaks down out of it. If it continues up, that would be a nice move. Almost like a bullish flag. Jason said, how come the bots don't call it SPY or QQQ? Because, Jason, they're so volatile all the time, and not necessarily volatile, but there's just so much volume with them and stuff, that with SPY, especially considering that, like, there's so many individual stocks that could have moves, SPY generally doesn't have the type of moves that something individual like Square exploding would have. You know, the options would go up way more on something like Square. Rather, something like, you know, SPY or QQQ or something. And, you know, there's even more like Zoom, DraftKings, Upstart, Nvidia, AMD, Coinbase when they go crazy. Those options generally move a lot more. That's mainly why. But SPY and QQQ are good to play. It's just, I think they take a little bit more skill than some of these individual stocks. Like, you never see really SPY have moves like this. You know, like very, very rare does SPY have an intraday move like this on Square. You know, never really. And that's the big thing. Is catching those big moves. Yeah, let's go, Arthur. Let's go. Square's continuing. 67.87. I feel like it's starting to reach its peak of the day, though. I'm not sure it can go too much more than this. It's like right around resistance now. How high is it going to get? My gosh. That is a key break with Square. Rivian, Carvana, Lucid, Tesla next. I don't know. Tesla's been kind of rough. They started breaking their little range here. Got right to resistance again, like 186, 186.50, rejected back down. I don't know. Usually these small stocks, they don't really dictate too much onto Tesla, but Lucid's up like 20% now. I guess 20%'s not much on this stock, considering how bad it's been. I know a few people have been looking to buy up like the dip on Lucid, and maybe it will start to be a good dip buy opportunity here, but I don't know. Now it's too high on the day. Definitely wouldn't do it now, but I guess last week if people were trying to buy it off this little support, could have been okay. Could have been okay. I'm sure somebody out there did. I think we were even talking about it a little bit towards the end of last week. Square has a weak correlation to SPY too, which makes it even better. Even better. Whoa, SPY just hit a big red candle, guys. That's a big spot here for SPY. Right back down to the trend intraday today. Gonna have to see if it can hold this trend or if it'll start to break down below. Very important short term. That's a big spot right here. As it starts to get there, maybe watch for a little dip bounce or a dip buy opportunity intraday. I wonder if we'll test the top or if we'll start to really dip under here. That's the question. That's the $1,000,000 question. As traders, what can we do? We can make a plan and react. I would say for a lot of the bulls out there, they're going to be looking to dip buy this up as it starts to get down towards support and the trend. I'm going to be wary today just in case it starts breaking down because there's a lot of negative movement out there between Apple, Microsoft, and many others. They're all starting to pull back pretty hard. Microsoft was great earlier. Now starting to pull back with Apple. Tesla's kind of pulling back. Nvidia hit resistance, it looks like. Hybrid alert! Xbox said, yes, sir. I'm liking it. Looks brutal on that stock today. Watch SPY. Watch that trend line close. Could see a bounce back up. On SPY. That doesn't mean Apple's gonna bounce back, but the trend here is very big. Could end up giving out though, which would be awesome for many stocks, many setups. One cool thing with Apple, I really like this resistance here around 191. You know, you could use that, or maybe use like 190, 125 as a solid resistance. Overhead, maybe keep your stop loss up above there. See if we can catch that good momentum. Hang on one sec. All right, Boeing starting to drop down pretty hard, down to 203.50. Watch that support again. Had a little dip buy opportunity right off 204 last time. Eye this up as support. Let's see what SPY's got here for us. Come on, give us a bounce. Give us a good bounce or just a good move off SPY. AFRM, good breakout at the top of the watch list here. Square still doing pretty good up here. It might make another high. I doubt it. I would think it slows up a little soon. Gosh, I needed some water. Oh, yeah. Don't know why, but my throat is getting extremely dry today. I'm gonna show you guys a little something here. I do have an update though on my daughter, which is nice. So last week the doctor told us that that little spot she had ended up not being as worrisome as we thought, I guess. It looks like the bone just, you know, growing a little bit, like the rib bone is just growing a little bit out very slightly on that bottom one. So just a little, I guess, unevenness there is causing that, so that's good to see. And I got a cool video here, show you guys real quick. She's been really cool lately. Look at this. Real quick, 15 seconds here.
He's so happy.
She's smiling and she's been great lately, guys. She's been great. I feel like I fall in love with her more every day. Every single day. I fall more and more in love with her. Kathy, Meta just broke the 400. Do you think it can stay above? Wow. I don't know, Kathy. Be very careful of rejection here. You always got to give or take about 10 to 25 cents on these big stocks like this. Sometimes even $1 on stocks that are like $400. Because imagine this, like on a $40 stock, it would be fine if it moved 40 cents. You know, fine. That's just a small move. If it moves 40 cents on this, it's like nothing. So maybe give or take like 50 cents to $1 as resistance. But I'm actually going to be watching this for a rejection. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be looking to take profits on Meta somewhere up here at the top. And I would assume that 400 would be a huge, huge target for many people out there and many institutions, etc. Especially with earnings coming up and with the FOMC meeting. I mean, people are going to be, I think, worried as hell about that this week. So watch for profits to be taken. Obviously, could we break? Yes. But I think it'd be better to watch for rejection here, honestly. If we start to really run up above like 401, then I would say, you know, then we might be on a nice continuation path. But I wouldn't play with the fire here. That's a big level. Let's actually bring it up on the book map. Let's go, Mason. I love it. I love it. Hey, appreciate it, Justin. Happy baby, Aunt said. Yeah, let's go, guys. The stocked up vibe helped her. Let's go. Yeah, thank you, guys. You guys were amazing, you know. Still supporting everything, even whenever I had to take like a week off and stuff. So I love it, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. For the prayers and everything, too. Let's go. It's awesome to have this great community out there. Wow, look at 400 on Meta. Oh my God. How much volume was on? How many shares were stacked there? Like 97,000 and it gave out. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty big with Meta. That was a huge spot. You can see how those shares gave out. There's not really too much stacked up there anymore either, which is, you know, it's kind of like the sellers are gone there now. But keep in mind that selling could be coming in at the moment. So that's a big deal. Hell yeah, Justin. Hell yeah, thank you guys. And we'll have each other's backs too. If you guys have anything too, we got you as much as we can. Let's do a poll here for this week. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. All right, vote it up. Will earnings / FOMC make the market green or red this week overall? Vote it up. Get some votes in. Green overall, red overall, or around the same. Very curious to see what this comes out to. I am going to place a vote on my second account, and I'm going to do... I'm actually going to go for red overall, so we'll see. I don't want to influence your guys' votes, though. Vote however you feel. Ad says, let's go green. I think green would be the preferred way. Yes, I think green would be the preferred way, hopefully. Hopefully it's green, but I have a weird feeling it's going to be red. Look at Meta having a stiff rejection now at 400. A lot of trouble getting up above there. How's VXX? Apparently the VIX is rising today. All right, look at SPY literally right on the trend right now. Eye up this area closely. It literally is bouncing right on it. Right on the trend. Ooh, starting to hit right off support and that trend, getting a little bit of green momentum here. That does not mean that it's going to move up necessarily yet. If you are a dip buyer, this might be a good way to go. I like it that Apple's holding under that like 190, 120 area like we talked about as being like a good area for a stop loss. I love that. Keep your stop losses up there around that. I love this as a nice area. I'd say like 190, 130. On the Apple play. Green. Everyone says green. Let's go. Yeah, hopefully it's green. Vote it up however you guys want. Red overall is winning right now. I'm surprised. I am surprised. Angel said, describe the Apple play again. Angel, that is actually a premium play. We cannot really describe it too much here, but with Apple, essentially, if you know what the play is, I would just keep your stop loss above like 190, 130. If Apple ends up recovering back above there, you know, you'll have to maybe watch for a hit and then maybe a re-entry back, but I wouldn't hold it too much higher than that. I really like this resistance here. So if you are into Apple puts, use this as a solid resistance. Apple could keep turning over here and be a better play. SPY is, as of now, bouncing off that trend perfectly. Still chopping around at the trend, guys. Chopping around. Wow, that's pretty big there, though. Pretty big trend line touch. I have to watch this today for it to give out, maybe, but as of now, starting to rip back up. I know a lot of bulls might have been looking to dip buy down there. One of those plays where the timing is crucial. You got to trust the trend and get in right on it. It can be tough. It can be tough, but that's how you do it. Got to have the good timing out there. Options is all about timing. Palantir, great move today. Starting to slow up though, I'd say. Square still going, 68.17. Holy shit. This thing is exceeding my expectations by far. By far, by far. That is an amazing run. Man, 5% now on Square. 68.28. Wow, that is huge. All right, Apple, let's see a bigger rejection get in here. Let's get a bigger rejection. SPY sitting right in the trend. How are the oil stocks? I saw somebody just ask about ZOM in the Discord. I haven't looked at them yet today. They're kind of falling off a little bit short term. Maybe it can get back up today. All right, Meta. Still rejecting off 400. I wonder how low we'll get. Or will it end up coming back up to break? We'll have to see if SPY starts to if it keeps bouncing like this, there could be a good breakout coming in, but I think I've got too many levels here on the SPY, but they're all kind of important in my opinion. Where you'll see intraday moves, bounces, so I'm not going to move them. The charts do look a little cluttered sometimes, but usually it's cluttered for a reason. Those supports and resistances, you'll see tons of bounces off those levels. You'll notice that they're usually pretty good for dip buy opportunities and etc., as there's touches off of those. Hell yeah, hard it up, guys. Love it. I love it. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right.
The banks. Citigroup. How's Wells Fargo? Okay. It's trying. It's trying. It's trying. Come on, Wells Fargo. I like that daily setup for you. You could break like $50 or $51 this week. I would love for a continuation. It's running right into resistance now, but if we break this resistance, that's where I think this stock will be extremely fun to play it. As we zoom out on the hourly chart, you guys can see how Wells Fargo is running up into this key resistance. The way it's moving actually has me thinking that it could actually have a good breakout. So eye it up. I actually have an alert set up here right around $51. So if it ends up breaking that, could be a good entry there. All right, Zom's still trying to come back. 4 chart setup time. All right, DraftKings sold off down to 38 from 40. I guess that's a big resistance there. A lot of volume came in literally right at 40. So must have been a stiff area where people were looking to sell. Makes sense. I mean, DraftKings is up a lot. If you guys are still here, vote up in that poll. 23 votes. Green overall is actually losing to red overall, which is pretty insane. I'm surprised. I guess people out there, let me know your reasons. Come on, guys, everybody, let me know your reasons in the chat. Let's get a good discussion going on why you think that is. Do you think it'll be the earnings? Do you think it'll be the FOMC that really drives it down? Let me know if you have a preference or if you think it'll just be everything overall combined. I'm curious what you guys think will be more important, the FOMC or those earnings. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say which one will be more important. The cool thing is, I guess Tuesday and after hours, we get all like Microsoft, Google, AMD, Starbucks, and then the Feds are going to do their... sorry, guys. It came out of nowhere. Then the Feds are going to do their interest rate decision on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we got Apple with Amazon and Meta. So it's like sandwiched right between those two big days on Tuesday and Thursday. So at least we get to get an insight into those Microsoft earnings before, and Google's before the FOMC meeting. That's a little plus. PayPal climbing out of the hole from last week. Yeah, it is trying to. It had a good move Friday. Today, trying to come back. I like that. I'm glad it's trying to come back like this. Let's look at the daily on PayPal. Pretty tough spot with PayPal, I'd say. I hope that these two green candles aren't just a little dead cat bounce before it goes lower. Hopefully that's not the case. Is Zoom still zooming? That's the question. I'm still eyeing Zoom up as they bounced off the trend recently. They started breaking above a trend on the daily a little while ago, and it's been holding well up above there. I think Zoom could be a very good candidate for a dip buy down here off of these lows. Even better than PayPal, because at least they don't have negative earnings going against them here. Granted, though, they are going to be reporting, so looks like February 27th is what they have on here. Honestly, though, both stocks have been kind of stuck in the mud, down a lot, so they're kind of the same. Red earnings, Apple mainly reporting no growth on iPhone sales, and others less growth for the next 2 quarters. I agree, Angel. I could see that. I could see that. Apple could be the big thing that really sends it down this week. I agree. Those iPhone sales will be huge, in my opinion. Huge, huge, huge. Someone asked about Netflix real quick. I got to give them some charts. Yeah, that's a pretty big support. Netflix, big at 560. You guys can see all those bounces right there. It's starting to kind of even bounce intraday off this level. That's going to be a big spot. I'm pretty bearish once that gives out, but honestly, you got to really make it give out first, I'd say. Like, yeah, 560 is pretty big. I would definitely make that break, though, before going bearish on something like Netflix, especially given those perfect bounces there. I mean, near perfect bounces. Smash the like button, Mason says. Hell yeah, guys. Smash it up. We're almost at 30 likes here. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right.
That is actually awesome. All right, all right. Bryson DeChambeau. I saw that, Sean. I was laughing before the stream started. Oh, man. I saw that, and I was like, I was cracking up. That is funny, Sean. Sounds like the Prodigy playing. It might be. I don't know what it is. They always repeat or remix these crazy songs. I think of a combo of earnings and FOMC with the market already so overextended, it's hard to not feel like it has to pull back soon. I'm with you, Justin. That is huge there. It's just that sometimes the market's resilient and it says, well, we're going to keep going, but I'm with you, Justin. I am with you. It's a pretty big trend right here on the SPY. Still playing and bouncing off of this. Look at this. I mean, does it get any more perfect than that? It might still give out, but I'm just saying for the grand scheme of things, you can tell this trend is definitely a big trend here on the SPY and just the market in general.
And it's going to continue straight ahead. If somebody up there turns out the lights on this small planet.
Hell yeah, guys. The news tab. Gotta love it. Poor SoFi. Look at SPY. Still starting to bounce. Still holding that level for now. I really can't wait for that to break, honestly. Look at the QQQ. Oh my god, it has like a quadruple bottom going on. Or what do you call a five bottom? A Cinco bottom? What the hell? That's a pentagonal bottom or something? What the? That's pretty nuts. 423.80. Gosh, if that gives out, it could be rough. And look at this little trend here. Going from top to bottom. I mean, what the? Kind of rough. Really weird on the QQQ. Just stuck today. Must be because these tech stocks are just so mixed. Like we got Meta ripping, then we got Apple stuck and dipping. It's turning us into Scotty Pimpin. Or Pippin. I couldn't come up with another rhyme. I was trying to. All right, Tilray. Trying to come back. PLNH. Still nothing on the day for them. Just sitting around 77 to 80 cents. How'd you guys like the football games last night? Were you guys happy with those? I knew KC was gonna win. I knew it. I don't even like Kansas City, but I knew that they were gonna win. I knew it. How many rings does Mahomes have? Is it 2? 2 championships. If he gets a third one now, that's gonna be freaky. He's gonna be like on the Tom Brady pace for Super Bowls, I feel like. How old is this dude? He's 28? Maybe he'll get there, maybe he won't. I don't know. I feel like he's on that Brady pace, though. If he gets a third one this time. Mahomes gives a baby and gets all the calls, Mason says. True. They do get a lot of calls. They're definitely known for that. Brady was always known for the calls, too. Is it really the calls, or is it that maybe they put so much pressure on the other team that it forces calls? I don't know. I know they always said that about Brady, though, too. And the Chiefs are literally like the modern-day Patriots. It's true. It is true. They are the team. They have the players. I'll tell you what. Let's go Taylor Swift, guys. Hell yeah. Go T Swift. No, I'm just kidding. She's my favorite player on the Chiefs. Who would have known? She's my favorite player on there. And guys, don't hate the player. Hate the game. Not yesterday's game, really. There's been some games where there's been changing calls. I saw that, Mason. I think it was the game against the Bills. They had a pretty bad call. There were some bad calls in that one, I heard. I heard there were some rough ones in that. Rick's disappointed as a Ravens fan. Man, I was kind of hoping that the Ravens would win the whole thing. All I want to know is how many times do we need to see Jason Kelsey's belly? More, Sean. It looks like if you poke that guy, like the white gravy from Waffle House would come pouring out. Honestly. How do you feel about the 190 Apple puts? I like them. I think that they're awesome right now. Just keep in mind, guys, hey, I think that's a fun play. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the other thing. Sorry. Yeah, I think 190 is a good play here. Apple's rejecting. I actually love this play as a rejection play. Everybody in the hybrid, keep that stop loss up above 190, 130, and let this baby play out. It's looking pretty hot. Back to the downside here. A lot of downside momentum today. That could be fun here to the downside. So keep it on watch. Keep in the play. SPY starting to give out on the trend. Watch out. All right, let's get back to Apple really quick. Yeah, it's pretty awesome here. Let's go. Let's keep seeing that good movement come in. Come on, SPY. Let's see if you can truly break the trend or not. I'd say a breakdown under 487.15, and that is a great confirmation here. If we could get down under these two little wicks right here that I'm circling on the chart, drawing some blue arrows at them. We break those. I think we could see some great movement back down here, and I hope it comes in. I think that'll be really good for a lot of different plays today. Even VXX and UVXY are starting to heat up a little bit. UVXY, not bad at all. Look at the daily on this. Not bad, getting extremely low. How about VIX itself? VIX. Had a great pop, came back down today. I think it could get back up higher. Oh, wow, that's a glitch. What the? I gotta see that on Thinkorswim. That's gotta be a glitch on the VIX here, right? It's gotta be a glitch. That's weird on VIX right there. What the hell happened? If it was a glitch, that is. It might not really be a glitch, but... there it is. That is pretty insane there. Thought you were a Chiefs fan, Mike said. No, I am not. I am a Patriots fan, Mike. Not really I'm a Tom Brady fan, so I'm not really a fan anymore of anybody in reality here. But yeah, Mike, I'm not a Chiefs fan. Not really. I mean, I'm in Missouri, so I see how most people would think that, but I'm really not. I have a Tom Brady jersey. My girlfriend has a Gronk jersey. We're really, you know, we're like the Brady and Gronk duo fans out here. But obviously that is no longer in the game. So now I'm just a free roller here, Mike. I don't know who to root for now. I was kind of hoping Lamar Jackson would get a dub this time, but damn, too bad. Yeah, Xbox says boo the 49ers. I don't know who I got to root for in this. I mean, my girlfriend wants the 49ers, so maybe I'll just take her side, but I don't know. I don't really have a preference. I guess I would hope that Mahomes loses so that... I really hope that he loses literally just so that Brady's record stays closer to being his on the rings. I hope that he never gets to 7 like Brady. So don't get to 3, because that'll make 7 seem a lot easier. Yeah, I really wanted Ravens-Lions too, Sean. That's exactly what I was hoping for, but it's all right. I think that's exactly what I was hoping. I would have liked to see Goff get, you know, get some good recognition, and it's too bad. Too bad they failed a little last night. Imagine betting live on that. If you would have picked the 49ers to come back while they were losing, that would have been an insane bet. Man, you probably would have gotten like plus 500 or some shit at the time. Maybe even more. I'm a Michigan fan, so I've been a Brady fan. Awesome, Rick. That is sick. Yeah, I actually know. I watch all the Brady documentaries and stuff, Rick. Yeah. The Michigan guy. Who was the guy that he was trying to compete with there? Brock something maybe? No. Either way. Looking back, it's awesome. Tom Brady was barely even a starter in college. He had to really fight his way into that position. Weird. Apple, big red. Uh-oh, let's go. Come on, more big red. I want to see a big breakdown under like 190.30. That would be beautiful. All right, Spy. What you gonna do? Man, I got this weird commercial stuck in my head, and it's like, what you gonna do when you clean your shoes or something? I think it's like a Wendy's commercial or something like that. It's always stuck in my damn head, though. Day after day. Apple is holding 190.50 very well. Yeah, it is. I think it could still give out though. On a setup like this, you know, always expect like a little bit of a bot back and a resistance and then a move back. Pretty rare it just goes straight down. So I'm okay with this. I still think setup's there. Especially if SPY really gives out on the trend. If the trend truly does start to give out here, that'll be pretty negative. It almost seems like it wants to try to hold though. It's just an ongoing chop fest at this trend today. You guys can tell this is huge. If this lower level gives out at 47.16, man, UVXY, a few other plays like that would start to be hot. Someone asked for a Tesla book map. I'll give it to him. There we go. 189 here. Pretty big. How's AMD? Come on. Getting hot here today. Trying to get volatile to the downside. Watch out for AMD lower levels to give out too, like 174.50. It could be a good rejection. Come on, let's get under there. If SPY gets all the way back up to like 488 today, I'm gonna shit a brick at how much this trend keeps holding. Look at that. Got more green coming in off of there. Still holding the trend for now. I'm gonna have to place an alert here, aren't I? Got to. SPY trend break. Will you text me? Yeah, perfect. Create it up. Oh, I have too many alerts. I'm gonna have to go delete one, aren't I? I'm gonna delete plugs. I like SPYs better. Better opportunity. Oh, it placed it now. Okay. Good, good, good. Justin said, do you like soccer or football? No, I don't. I am not a fan, Justin. I played it as a kid. I'm really fast and skinny, so I played it. I like playing it, watching it. I can't watch it. It's just too much, what am I trying to say here? Too many stoppages. People are like rolling on the ground, grabbing their legs all the time, and then they're not even hurt. They jump up a second later. I can't do it. It's just not for me. Maybe I'm too American for it. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I used to play outdoor and indoor, though, so I've played it a little bit. I think I played it for like 4 or 5 years. Throughout middle school and high school, I liked it. Thought it was all right. I can watch it time and again, but just too boring. I'd rather watch hockey. I feel like hockey is like the cool kid version of soccer. Really, like I love hockey. Hockey's awesome. Oh yeah, hockey all night. I'll watch that all day long, all night. Hockey, let's go. I don't know. There's no way you could watch soccer and watch hockey and say that soccer's more exciting. You know, you can't. It's not possible. Same thing with like baseball versus hockey. I love baseball, but is it more exciting than hockey? No, it's just not. It's not. It's a lot slower. Same thing with soccer. Very slow. Yeah, hockey's sick. I agree with Dana White. The goals are huge, and the huge score is usually at most 2-1. I feel like it should be higher than that. Me too, Mason. That's a problem with me. That is a problem that I have with it. There's just so many people on the field, and then those games always end up in ties, and then they have ties in soccer. And then you go to those stupid shootouts. Like, I get it. Like, at least hockey, like, the shootout is a little bit different. You know, it's not like you just stand there and kick it. I feel like you're playing for so long in hockey, like, or in soccer, like, that they should maybe do like a 4-on-4 until someone scores or something. That would be sick. They should do that in soccer instead of like, you know, having an actual tie or something. I can't stand that stuff. Yeah, 90 minutes to watch a tie, for real. And then they're always low scoring anyways, so the ties happen all the time because it's like 1-1, like all the time. Like it's like, I don't know. But I don't mind it though, so, you know, don't get mad at me for not liking soccer, guys. It's a personal thing. I know a lot of people out there love it. I played it, like I said. Watching it is kind of what gets me. I like playing it though. I was always on defense, and I wasn't very good with the ball because my main sport was like baseball and stuff. But what they did is they literally had me follow the other team's best player 1-1. So I would be doing like 1-1 man coverage on whatever the other team's best player was, because I was so fast that they could never outrun me. They couldn't. It was very, very rare that someone could, and they couldn't if they had the ball. So that was pretty fun when I played. I always got to be on the other team's best guy. The only problem is that they would know how to do all these cool moves and shit, and they'd do like a behind the back spinny spin and do the Ronaldo on me, and I'd break my ankles. It happened a few times. The coaches are like, you got to be ready for stuff like that. I'm like, I didn't even know that was possible. I don't know what you're talking about. You told me to keep with them because I'm fast. Yeah, the spinny spin. It was nuts, Mason. They would be doing like some insane shit. The skill factor with the ball seems so good sometimes. I was like, wow, like, it was nuts. I played with some pretty good kids though. Like, we played indoor, and it was pretty competitive, and these kids were all like on high school teams and going into college teams and all this. They were all like, oh yeah, I'm playing at Maryville and I'm playing at Lafayette and yada, yada, yada. For college. To the triples S. Yeah, indoor soccer is pretty fun, Mason. I'll give it that. Yeah, I'm not sure, Grim, but they would do things where they would, like, spin, and then, like, the ball would go, like, between their legs at the same times. Sometimes they would, like, do a spin, and then, like, do an immediate spin the other way, and then that might shake you a little bit, or they would do, like, a spin while being, like, on top of the ball, and then just, like, just kick it forward a little bit and then go get it to get around you. I might get out of the apple put, not looking good anymore. What? Yeah, I mean, 191.30 is a big area up here. Like I said, maybe use that as a good stop loss area or good resistance area. Come on, Apple. SPY just keeps holding on that trend. It sucks. If SPY could have gave out there, it could have been awesome. It would have been golden for Apple. If SPY could have given out right there. It's too bad. Too bad it didn't give. It was close. Very, very close. I played flag football in Omaha against former Husker players. I think we averaged getting beat by 60. Oh my God, Cornish. Against like literal Husker players, that would be pretty rough. Yeah, 60. Sounds like a college game. Like one of those non-conference games or something. Sometimes those games are silly. Owing 205.80 resistance here intraday. We got to get SM Body Bot back up here. See if we can get some good movement. UPST calls are getting called off like crazy on the bot, and it makes sense. UPST is on fire at the moment. It's right around its average percent move, too, so maybe there's more room, too, if it truly gets some momentum. Mara. Oh, sitting at the high of day. I wouldn't play that until it breaks. PayPal still moving up with the calls. Square consolidating. How's AI? Okay, not bad. AI is getting some a little bit of momentum. Nothing playable yet, I'd say. Mainly right here, Upstart is the one stock moving. Pretty high overall, but a lot of these growth stocks have kept going. How's DraftKings? Whoa. What the hell was up with DraftKings? They ran up to 40 and then came all the way back again. The same type of move they had last Wednesday. Look at that. Dropped all the way down to 37.70 and then got a rocket back. Like, what is going on with this one? Is there something up? Something weird happening? Surge called a target put. Let's see. The power's only 19 on that target put. So, oh my God. Yeah, target is definitely getting smashed right now, Jason. Wow. No wonder it has it on there. The problem is that the options on target don't move too much, but let's see how much they're up right now. Wow, some of the puts are up like 270% for next week. For this week, they're up like 600, 500%. Definitely good on target. The thing that sucks is that it already fell so much. Man, that is something. Wow, that is... What the hell happened to them? How's Walmart and Costco and all them? Walmart, Costco. Okay, they're all right. Let's see the news on Target. I don't see any bad news for that, so I don't know. It says the Red Sea attacks add element of uncertainty for food retailers. I don't know how that affects Target itself, but... What in the... That's pretty rough there. Wow, what a move. It's probably starting to come back now. Yeah, look at that big green candle. The second we look at it, it starts turning back around. Makes sense because it was getting pretty low there. How's Apple still? All right, still rejecting at 191. I like that. Great resistance. Keep holding it up, Apple. Hopefully SPY can reject here and finally break trend. Come on, SPY. You've been stuck. Let's get down under there for us. Get down. Really appreciate everybody joining up today. I'm still eyeing up Snowflake from last week, too. Hopefully Snowflake can get a nice move back up to that 210 or higher area. Looks like they're consolidating a lot right here, which I like. Little consolidation. Maybe they'll try to run back higher. They started to break out there, so looks like it's just testing support, which is great. Maybe it can bounce up off there. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's see it, Snowflake. All right, guys. Well, hey, we're probably going to have to call the stream here. I appreciate you guys. Look at this move on Snow, though. That's a big resistance at 205. Huge resistance. Maybe 205.50 even. Hopefully it can break out above that here today. Would love to see it, but probably going to end the stream here. Appreciate you guys. Joey says, do you have a Discord? We definitely do, Joey. Let me grab you a link real quick. Let me get you a quick link. Here you go, Joey. There's a link. Of course, I go live every single morning at Market Open. If you are new here, smash that subscribe button. Get that subscribe going for us. It helps us out a ton on YouTube. We're going to try to go for a big like goal this week on Friday. So be around Friday. Maybe we'll hit 100 likes or something. I'll have to shave my head. That would be pretty funny, but no problem, Jose. No problem. Appreciate ya. Hell yeah, Joey, join up. Appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys. And that goes out to everybody out there. Everybody, keep those hopes high. Wow, Tesla coming back in a great way today. The SPY's been shaky, and Tesla says, hell no, I'm moving up. Interesting there. Be careful of this support on SPY. Once it gives, I think we can go bearish, but until it gives out, just be careful the bounce is back. I got that alert set up at 487, like 17, so if we get down to there, I'll send an alert out in Discord to you guys. I'll at least throw it in the SM chat, so. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. See you later.